woodturners like Elliot Feldman have been using blocks of wood to make common household objects like candlesticks and bowls. They use a lathe to spin the wood and special cutting tools to shape it. But starting about 40 years ago, innovative wood artists began to use the lathe in a more sophisticated way, creating objects that were sculptural rather than functional. Now, an exhibit at the Smithsonian's Renwick Gallery is showcasing more than 60 pieces of turned and carved wood by some of the finest artists in the U.S. Curator Nicholas Bell says the exhibit reflects the recent evolution of wood art.
It developed on the ground with people coming together and saying, I'm interested in this material, I'm interested in exploring something new that hasn't been done before, and really doing it at a community level. And what you see here is the energy that's come out of that and how far this movement has developed over the last few decades.
The pieces in this exhibit were donated to the museum by collectors Fleur Bressler and her late husband, Charles. Bressler says her love of wood art began in the same gallery when she saw a similar exhibit decades earlier.
And if there hadn't been guards up there, I probably would have taken the tops off the cases and picked the things up and touched them, which is one of the allures of wood. It's tactile. I had never seen wood in that many colors, with that many patterns in it, and I was hooked.
Nicholas Bell says about 2 to 3 dozen exotic woods are represented in the exhibit.
Everything from African blackwood to pink ivory wood to ebony to wonderful domestic woods such as pine, oak, maple, cherry, and the incredible array of colors that comes out of those materials.
And that inspired Bressler to collect wood as opposed to other art forms.
It is alive because it comes from something that is living, and you can pick it up, you can hold it, you can feel it, it's pleasant to the touch.
Bressler says there's been a shift in the past 20 years away from the lathe and towards carving and sculpture. Objects by Ron Fleming and Michelle Holtzapfel, she says, appear functional but are really sculptures. Bressler says she hopes her decision to share her collection will inspire a new generation of both artists and collectors. Julie Tabo, VOA News, Washington.